Good morning, it's good to see you. About a week or so ago I made a video about 3 places in Asia I could retire to, and it elicited quite a bit of correspondence from people raising concerns and even fears about retiring in older age in Asia. And many of those concerns were valid, but I think there were also some misconceptions about aging in Asia, and I think I'd like to have a bit of a chat about it. The biggest fear or concern by far that I received in the emails was about healthcare as you age or retire in Asia. Someone said, you know, what happens if you have a stroke or a heart attack at 4 a.m? What happens then? And not to make light of it, I think if at 4 a.m. is probably the best time to have a stroke or heart attack, actually, because you don't have to deal with the traffic. But I think, oh, thank you so much. I think a little bit of common sense has to operate when you're moving or retiring or spending long-term periods in Asia. You know, you need to find out the name and number of your nearest private hospital. You need to have that in place, and should something occur, you need to call them, or you need to have the people that are with you or where you're staying call them. You need to be prepared for that thing. If you're living a little bit more remotely, you should have somebody ready, you know, to take you to where you need to go. The other misconception that I find with a lot of people when considering the move is their ideas are a bit dated on the healthcare system in a lot of these places. You know, India, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, and even Indonesia now have very, very solid healthcare, a very, very solid healthcare setup. These are things that you perhaps 15, 20 years ago should be concerned about, but now it's not such an issue. The standard of care in many of these places is really quite high, and the reality is, like, if something happens, if something major happens to you, you're going to be cared for. Now, obviously, you need to have things in place. There's one of 3 ways that you can deal with the paying of the fees that are going to be involved. You can either pay your insurance, and we all know that when you get to 60 or 65 and older, it becomes really exorbitant. So you either pay the premiums, you either are self-funded and have you know, a portion of your money put away in case something like that happens, or you don't do any of that and you run the risk. I know people who live out here who are older and they're happy to run that risk. Personally, I don't. I'm self-funded. I have an amount of money that is there and is kept there for no other reason than if something dramatic happens, you know. But, you know, if you're a little prepared, if you give a bit of thought to it, prepared for it, you should be able to be comfortable and in the knowledge that if anything does happen, that, you know, you've got it covered. Come across this artwork, which is copies of a chap called Miranda. Miranda, 1926 to 2011, I think, is one of Goa's most famous artists. As a child, he used to make little doodles and make them into postcards and give them to his family and friends. And then later in life, he went on to work for an advertising studio. His break came in 1974 when the United States, an art group or a gallery in the United States, invited him over to show his work. Patnem's a lovely little sleepy village during monsoon. Shall we head down to the beach, see what the waves are doing? Someone raised the question, you know, what if you're by yourself in old age in Asia? What do you do then if, you know, you don't have anyone to care for you? There are options there as well. You can hire or pay for a live-in full-time nurse, a qualified nurse. I know 1 or 2 people who did that in their later stages of life in Asia, and, you know, the costs aren't prohibitive. There's also the beginnings of retirement villages in places like Thailand where you have 24-hour care on hand. These are becoming more and more popular as well. So there are options if you're by yourself going into old age in Asia. There's not much happening in Patnem at this time of the year. Even the boats are all covered and tarped up, and yeah, it's pretty wild out there. The seas were angry that day, my friends. It's a lovely little beach though, isn't it? Look at that. Even during monsoon, it has an aesthetic that I find quite pretty. How are you?
Good, you?
Good. What are you doing?
Yes.
Just walking?
Yeah, working.
Where do you work?
Carpenter.
Carpenter?
Yes.
Oh, so you're doing repairs or renovations for off-season, eh?
Yeah, off-season this time. Your rain time.
Uh-huh.
Big rain.
Are you working on a hotel or something?
Yeah, hotel, this one, and this time not open. 2 months, you're full off.
Sure, sure.
And August, you open.
And you live here in Patnem?
Yes, Patnem.
Your family's here as well?
No, only me.
Only you. Where are you
And
from?
Calcutta.
Calcutta?
Yes.
Oh, you're a long way from home, yeah?
Yes.
Do you like it here?
Yes, very like it here, Goa.
Oh, how did you come here? You had friends here?
No, just here now, link is now, owner and come, well.
Oh, yeah?
And waiter is now, and my father is working in Goa.
Oh, also?
Carpenter.
Ah, I see.
Yes.
So he's teaching you well, yeah?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Sariful.
Sariful?
Yes.
My name's Wayne Sariful.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, have a good day, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Same to you.
It's really blowing a gale, so I'm going to get off the beach. I don't know if anyone remembers this place, the Patnem Chai Shop. Quite a famous, well, it's almost an institution these days. Full of characters which we like. I'm not sure if there's anyone in here today. Hello.
Hey, hi.
How are you?
You came last season also.
You remember me?
You're Frankie. I forgot the name.
Fiasco da Gama.
Ah, Fiasco de Gama.
Sorry, I forgot your name.
Rahul.
I remember you now, yeah.
You came here, yeah, and you talked to us during monsoons, and then you were talking about how you walk everywhere, and then
That's right.
And then I told you to join here, and then you were like,
Can I join you again?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm recording also again, yeah,
Yeah.
for YouTube, yeah? Ah, Raghu, thank you for recognizing me, yeah? You'll have to excuse me, Raghu. I forget, are you involved with the chai shop here, or do you just come here often?
I'm just an unofficial brand ambassador.
You're here every day.
Yeah, I'm like kind of, there's a video which is locally viral, and it's based on chai shop. So I was talking in it, and so people kind of know me through chai shop. And I've also tried to promote it in a level where people come here not just because of the price, but because of the ambience.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place to meet
It's
people.
like a really nice place to meet people, and to I really like the cold coffee.
20 odd years ago, I was in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, when it was a bit edgier to go there, and through an incident I shattered my right ulnar, and even then I was able to go to an international care or hospital that could help me. I was treated by an American doctor. They x-rayed my arm, they put it in a slab, immobilized it so I didn't do any further damage, and sent me on my way. They couldn't operate there at that time, but they gave me a couple of numbers of hospitals in Bangkok, and I was able to fly, and I actually went home, went back to Perth, and went straight from the airport to the hospital, and they admitted me and operated the next morning. But through that care that I had from that American doctor, and it was called SOS Hospital in Phnom Penh, I was treated with painkillers, it was x-rayed, I understood what the damage was, I was put in a good slab and sent on my way. Thank you, thank you. I've just stopped in a place called La Feta. I was here last year, and they really do have, in my humble opinion, the best pizza that you can find in Palolem. I'm not sure I'll show you me actually eating one, but I'll give you an idea of the prices. Another couple of questions that were raised to me in these emails were visa and political instability, and these are things that are pretty much out of your control, and you try and manage as best you can. The reality is a lot of these countries, they change their requirements quite often. Thailand, for example, will be forever changing or moving the goalposts for you, and it's just sort of something you have to sort of accept and expect. One good thing about retirement visas in many of these places is they generally, in my understanding or experience, maintain their requirements. They don't fluctuate too much. The tourist visas, business visas and requirements for them, they do change. Political instability, that's another thing that you can't really control. It's just a matter of staying alert, staying aware, listening to people, and watching the news. It's very, very rare. I was in Jakarta in 1998 when Suharto was overthrown, and that was quite an intense experience. There was army, there was a lot of lives lost, Jakarta burned, but even still we were sort of protected. The army came into Jalan Jaksa and cordoned off the road. Another thing that just came to mind to consider as well is currency fluctuations. I've heard many stories of people, particularly from the UK, who have gone to Thailand and anticipated they're going to be there for the next 20 or 30 years, and the currency has died, so they lost sort of 30-40% of their nest egg. Ganesh just let me into the kitchen. I'm quite nosy, really. But this is the guys. This is the
guys. Chef Anurag. He will make your pizza.
Oh yeah, you've been making pizza a long time. You do it so well, yeah.
We will. We was started like last 4 years this place, and now 4.5 years completed. But we will making all the things, the food, sauce, all the in-house, and our dough even also making the in-house, and we are making all the pizza and sauces in the live. You can watch also that.
Thank you. You're from Goa, Ganesh?
I'm from Uttar Pradesh, but I'm living here last 20 years.
Oh yeah.
And I'm doing here like I was spending the last 20 years in hospitality business. So I was learn and finished my diploma, degree, and after the training, I was working also 7 years in Taj Hotel. And after that, after COVID, when finished the COVID, and then I started smaller things, my bakery. After that, now slowly we are running the Italian kitchen also. So we have 2 cuisines here. That's it.
This is the place that I think has got the best pizza in town, La Feta Pizzeria. They do desserts and coffee as well. It's going to be a slow walk to Palolem. We're about halfway between Palolem and Patnem, and I'm feeling really, really full. It's going to be a slow wander. Another concern or consideration I think that should be mentioned is having something to do. You can feel isolated if you're in Asia alone. Look, for some people that's exactly what they want. They're loners, a bit like myself, who are quite happy not having any sort of great social interaction in our sort of private lives. But you know, many people need that. So having a hobby or an interest, something that keeps you occupied. Look, it might be going to every restaurant or cafe you can find on the coast, or it could be simply doing CrossFit. I don't know, whatever it is that you enjoy, because not having that, but once the initial gloss wears off in these places, you're left with yourself. You know, that's the reality of it. You're not getting away from yourself. So isolation. Look, there are expat groups, whether they're in Phuket playing golf, or you know, whether they're playing bridge, or that you'll find other expats wanting to, you know, get together, and there are groups. I think learning some of the language is such a great asset wherever you are, because it reveals more of the culture. You can engage even in the simplest of ways, going to the shop or talking to people on the street, you know, and that reduces potential isolation. And at the end of the day, a lot of the reason why many of us are attracted to the region is because of the culture and the society here. So it makes sense, you know, if you're going to somewhere, planning on moving to somewhere in Asia, just pick up the basics. You know, that gives you something to do while you're here. You got plenty of time to do it. Hello, madam. How are you?
Fine. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Just walked up a little hill, and that's normally quite an easy thing to do, but I'm loaded down with a huge pizza I ate and a beer, big beer. Here comes the rain. I think I'm going to pull into another place and have a sit down. Hello, sir. How are you today? Everything okay? Yeah. Do you have a coffee?
Which one?
Yeah, just normal milk coffee or black coffee. Yeah. Hi guys.
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you again, sir. How are you?
Good, you?
You're good. What was your name? I forget.
Lalu.
Lalu.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Lalu. Yeah, I was here last year, I think.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah.
So coming.
Coming again. Yeah. Thank you, Lalu. Can I have?
I understand. I can see YouTube video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Follow, subscribe.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Thank you so much. You're very kind.
Video.
Oh, thank you. Everybody helps. Yeah, everyone's kind. Yeah, can I just have a coffee?
Yeah, milk coffee.
Yeah, black. Make it black with sugar. Yeah.
With sugar.
Thank you so much, Lalu.
Welcome.
Thank you. Some of you may remember Caesar's Cafe from last year. I like the little bits of artwork on the walls, and there's something about that colour yellow, isn't there, as well, that sort of is really calming and peaceful, and it gives you the sense that you can sort of hang out in the area for a while. And when you've got so many books, look, let's face it, if you're making a decision to move to an Asian country long term, or to retire there, it's a significant decision. It's a significant life decision. And you know, you may have been going there for a couple of weeks each year or a month each year, but to actually up stumps and move full time, it takes a little bit of courage. I think some people stay where they are, because even though they may not be particularly happy where they are, it's an environment that they know. There's a familiarity to it. Yeah, it may not be as vibrant or as chaotic or as interesting, but it's what they're used to. And stepping outside of that, you know, that's quite intimidating for some people. Look, it's my advice that you don't make that initial big jump. You go and spend some time in a country and sort of get a good feel for it. You know, I suggest you go for a minimum of 6 months, to whatever the destination is that you think you might like to stay, because once that honeymoon period's over and you start peeling that onion back of what the environment and the place is really like, it's significantly different to that holiday thing that you do each year. But you know, there's no shame in having trepidation or being fearful or concerned about you know, a slew of things that you don't understand or you don't know about. But most of the time with these things, it's just simply the fear of not knowing. You know, the fact that you can go to the grocery store or take care of your bills, you understand the healthcare system where you are, that's comforting, you know, that's secure. Within a very, very short period of time though, when you're in these places and you have to go through that day-to-day goings on, it happens very, very quickly that you become accustomed to it, you know, and all those little fears that you had sort of dissolve and sort of drift away, and you know, you wonder what you were afraid of in the first place. It should be mentioned here that obviously I'm no guru and I can't give you, you know, the answers, and even though I'm sort of advocating for people to do the things that they want to do, you know, you need to do your own research. You need to look in depth at these things that you might be fearful of or concerned about. Lalu's been good enough to have a chat with me. Lalu, thank you for remembering me from last year. Yeah? How long have you been here at Caesars?
Yeah.
A long time?
Yeah, long time.
Yeah, maybe 1 year, 2 years?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
And where are you from?
Agra.
Agra?
Agra. Taj Mahal. You know Taj Mahal?
Yeah, I went there.
Just
yeah.
very close Jhansi.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your family's here or?
No, I'm not married.
Not married?
Yeah.
How old are you?
Yeah, 4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
4 years. What's your plan? What are you thinking?
And my plan is future and business.
You like to have a business?
Yeah. But I like this Goa business and same restaurant.
Oh, you want to save, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe saving the money to start.
Yeah, saving the money.
Yeah.
Money is powerful. Money is powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. No girlfriend, no problem. No family, no problem. But no money, big problem.
You want to be married one day?
Yeah.
Yeah, one day maybe marry?
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girlfriend?
Yeah, I have girlfriend.
Yeah, very nice.
I have girlfriend, but already my girlfriend this call.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
She lives in Agra or here?
No, Delhi.
In Delhi?
Delhi.
Oh, very nice,
Yeah.
very nice. Thank you so much, Lalu. Always good to see you, yeah?
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, see you again, yeah?
I love you too.
See you, Lalu, bye.
Bye.
Lovely guy. I guess we should touch on the finance thing. I know we've discussed it a little bit, but it is, you know, it's a concern, and I'm certainly not the person to take any great knowledge from, because I'm a bit old-fashioned. I still walk around with the cash, but it seems to me that most people these days are using cards like Wise, where you just transfer funds from your main account into a Wise card, so that should anything happen, you know, there's not much access to the funds. And I think you can block cards now. I certainly know I can block mine. So you use your card, you have to unblock it through your bank app, then you conduct your transaction, then you immediately block it again. So it's getting easier to use your cards. I've had some difficulties in the past with how they do it. I have no idea, but yeah, every now and again a little sum was being taken out, so I'd have to, you know, cancel my card and get another one. Hasn't happened for a while, for about 6 months I think, but yeah, it can be tricky. I certainly probably shouldn't advocate for walking around with cash. It's probably not that smart, but old dog and new tricks and all that sort of thing. But again, it's, you know, if you're moving to these places and you want information, the people that are living there, the expats that are living there, the people that have been there for a while, they're the ones with all the knowledge, yeah, depending on, you know, what area you're moving to. They know the ins and outs. They've been doing it for a while, and, you know, you should probably befriend them, and most of them are pretty good and take you under their wing and don't mind guiding you, you know. A couple of you noticed in the last video that I'm walking around with a stick. If you're a walker, just having a stick in your hand is good as a deterrent as you might need for dogs. They're very, very aware of the stick, and when I carry them I never have to use them because the dogs give me a wide berth. So if you are a walker, having a good sturdy stick comes in handy. I think we just beat the rain. Some people are interested in the places that I stay, so I'll give you a quick look through my preferred place when I'm in Palolem. It's called Canvas Suites with a K. Please don't drop in and say hello. I kind of treat it as a like kind of sanctuary, if you will. Incredibly clean. Everything's just spot on. I really like that it's got super fast Wi-Fi. Got a little extender next to my bed, even so that it's always at its maximum. Enough room. Love the bed. It's a big bed, which suits me. Coffee, fridge, all that type of stuff. Little balcony at the front to sit and enjoy the storms, and there's one on its way, I think. That's just about it for this one. As always, thanks very much for coming along with the ride. I hope you're well and happy in life, doing the things you want to do. We'll see you soon.